On purpose or not, some celebrities have destroyed their own careers. I have to admit, for some, a comeback is not looking likely. Hey guys, I'm your host Lauren, and today we're going to count down the top 10 celebrities who have ruined their careers. Number 10. Armie Hammer. 2021 was not Armie Hammer's year, and it was due to an anonymous Instagram user releasing screenshots from 2016 to 2020. The screenshots revealed some strange and disturbing content. After these were released and went viral, Armie announced that he would be leaving Broadway's production The Minutes. He also ended up backing out of multiple productions due to multiple essay allegations made against him. He released a statement at the time saying, "I have loved every single second of working on The Minutes with the family I made, but right now I need to focus on myself and my health for the sake of my family." Since this extreme fall from fame, a source came forward last year and told people that Armie now sells timeshares in the Cayman Islands. The insider said he is currently selling timeshares because he needs the money. His dad won't help him anymore and he's been cut off, so he has to work. Though this of course hasn't been confirmed, TMZ did release photos of the man they claim is Armie, saying that a prospective buyer revealed that he is outlining the benefits of a timeshare. Number 9. Shane Dawson. Shane is a YouTuber, has been creating content for his millions of subscribers since 2008. But in 2020, his older videos were called into question when he faced some career-ending backlash. After this, he released a video called Taking Accountability, where he discussed the claims made against him. And I have to say, the claims aren't great. He started the video by saying, "Me as a white person wearing a wig, playing a character, doing stereotypes, and then saying the N-word is something I probably should have lost my career for at the time." Going on to apologize, he said, "There's no amount of apologizing that can take away the amount of people that have been hurt by that." During this, another clip resurfaced showing Shane making some horrible comments and gestures towards Willow Smith, who was only 11 at the time. Willow's mother, Jada Smith, saw this and of course wasn't happy. She tweeted saying that she was done with the excuses, which Shane responded to by saying in his video, "I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child in any way that is inappropriate." He continued on by saying, "I'm willing to lose everything." At this point, relaying how many people I've hurt to just finally own up to all of this and be accountable is worth losing everything to me. Since all of this, he has made his way back to YouTube after an extended period of going offline, and though some have forgiven and forgotten, others aren't so sure. Number 8. Jennifer Grey. A nose job is nothing new in the world of Hollywood, but for Jennifer Grey it was really something that was career-ending. From having iconic roles in Dirty Dancing to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, her career in Hollywood was looking pretty amazing. But by the 90s, she really wasn't seen in anything. So what happened? In 1989, Jennifer went under the knife and got a nose job that completely changed her whole look. She decided to do this because of her overnight fame from Dirty Dancing, claiming that the surgery was meant to fine-tune her nose. When talking about the surgery, she says, "I went into the operating theater as a celebrity and came out anonymous." She even claimed that her friends didn't even recognize her after. Though she did star in other things after this, it just wasn't quite the same. She once said in an interview, "I'll always be the once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Number 7, we have Charlie Sheen. Charlie has a long battle with drinking and illegal narcotics starting as early as 1999. But after Charlie lost his role on the show 2.5 Men, he ended up hitting a bit of a breaking point. Warner Brothers issued a statement at the time that said, "After careful consideration, Warner Brothers has terminated Charlie Sheen's services on 2.5 Men effective immediately." In a letter that was obtained by TMZ, the company's attorneys told Charlie's lawyer he engaged in dangerously self-destructive conduct and appears to be very ill. After losing his job, he took part in a 5-minute interview that many considered the most memorable in Hollywood history. During the interview, when asked about the possibility of being bipolar, to which he responded he was bi-winning. He also referred to himself as having tiger blood, and when asked about the dangers of his habits, he responded by saying, "Dying is for fools." During the short interview, he even claimed to have blinked and cured his brain, which of course many are just not believing. A source close to the star said at the time, "Charlie looks awful. He is very depressed and feels like the world is going against him. Charlie's parents are discussing getting a conservatorship." The source went on to say, "Martin and Janet know that it is highly unlikely their petition will be granted, but they're trying to do whatever is possible to save Charlie's life." In the end, it didn't end up happening because Charlie went back to rehab at the time. Since this, Charlie is seeming to be in a better place regardless of allegedly being blacklisted from Hollywood. Number 6. Katherine Heigl. When Katherine agreed to do an interview for Vanity Fair, I'm sure she didn't expect it to completely ruin her career. The actress was considered an it girl with her role on Grey's Anatomy. Her career really was at an all-time high. Her role even got her an Emmy for Best Supporting Actress, as well as 2 Golden Globes Awards nominations. But in 2008, she said some things that really didn't sit well for the team that worked on the show. Katherine declined consideration for the year's Emmy, and in a statement she said, "I did not feel like I was given the material this season to warrant an Emmy nomination. I did not want to potentially take away an opportunity from an actress who was given such materials." The show's creator told Oprah after this statement came out, "On some level it's stung, and on some level I was not surprised. When people show you who they are, believe them. I carry that with me a lot. It has served me well." Her history of dissing scripts and ideas didn't end there though. Katherine ended up talking to Vanity Fair in 2008 about her movie Knocked Up, describing it as sexist and bashing the way the women are presented in the film. When the news came out about how she really felt about her role, her co-star Seth Rogen was disappointed. He told The Hollywood Reporter, "People seemed to like it. We were really funny together. I was having a really good time, and then I heard that afterwards she didn't like it. I think when that happens, your trust feels somewhat betrayed." After this, more reports seemed to come out about Katherine being a bit of a diva. A source came forward describing how it would be commonplace for her to cost you time every single day. From wardrobe issues to questioning the scripts, it sounds like Katherine just had a problem on set with everything. Because of this, she faced many career setbacks. By 2016, she explained to Howard Stern how she was trying to not be difficult anymore, saying, "I remember wearing shoes a size too small because I was afraid to tell wardrobe they weren't big enough because I didn't want to be difficult." Number 5. Dani Mathers. Dani Mathers is someone who made a tone-deaf joke and no one laughed. Her terrible joke even led to a criminal investigation. The former Playmate of the Year posted a picture of a naked woman in a gym shower without her permission. She captioned the picture with, "If I can't unsee this, then you can't either." Of course, the internet was pretty upset at this. Dani made a claim about the whole thing that it was an accident, which no one really understood how that could be possible. One Twitter user wrote at the time, "If your apology includes 'I only meant to send it to one person, not everyone,' you don't understand what you did wrong." This whole situation resulted in Dani being in trouble with the law. She ended up getting sentenced for this photo and pleaded no contest, and was given 30 days of community labor. She is now also banned from posting photos of people online without their express permission, and must destroy all copies of the photos of the woman that she has. Not only that, but Dani was ordered to stay 100 yards from the woman at all times, as well as paying her $100 in restitution. But where is she now? The impact of this situation was pretty significant on her career. After this, she was fired from her radio show and has been banned from all LA fitness gyms across the US. On top of this, it has been reported that she hasn't received any job offers since. Number 4, we have Kathy Griffin. The career-ending moment happened for Kathy when she posed for a photo in 2017 with a fake severed head meant to look like Donald Trump. After the photo was released and a video from the photo shoot came out on social media, it wasn't long before she started to receive quite a bit of backlash. Donald came forward saying the whole thing was sick and revealed how traumatized his family was, especially his son, who was only 11 at the time. Donald's oldest son even called for Kathy to be dropped by her employers. Kathy later admitted she was receiving death threats and said, "I don't think I'll have a career after this. I'm going to be honest, Donald broke me." She posted on social media saying, "What's happening to me has never happened before, ever, in the history of this great country, which is that a sitting president and his grown children and the First Lady are personally trying to ruin my life." After this whole ordeal, Kathy revealed how this has affected her in a clip that was posted on TikTok just last month. She explained that after the backlash she received, she was diagnosed with PTSD. She also opened up about the emotional toll this took on her during an interview and said, "To be told by people in my own industry it's over. Leave the country for 5 years, you shame the industry. It definitely got to me." Number 3, we have CeeLo Green. CeeLo was forced to delete his Twitter account after the extreme hate he received for victim blaming during his court case. He was accused of SA and no charges were filed due to lack of evidence, but he still lost the majority of his fans in 2014. While discussing the case on Twitter at the time, he wrote, "People who have been SA remember," even going on to say if someone is passed out, they're not even with you consciously, so with implies consent. He later apologized, saying that his comments were taken out of context and would never condone the harm of women, but obviously that didn't do much to save his career. After this, his sets at 3 different concerts were all cancelled. Number 2, Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules star Kristen and Stassi really lost it all after being fired from the show a few years back. This was because of a weird prank played on their co-star. Faith Stowers revealed that the two women called the police on her for a crime she didn't commit back in 2018. Faith claimed the pair reported her for thefts committed by another black woman who they had seen in the newspaper article. Faith said at the time, there was an article on Daily Mail where there was an African American lady, and I guess this woman was robbing people. Going on to say, they called the cops and said it was me. Both women did apologize after and began receiving some serious backlash from fans. Stassi wrote to her fans saying, "It is important that I continue to take accountability for what I have said and done, while pushing myself to do better." Kristen wrote on her social media saying, "I feel ashamed, embarrassed, and incredibly sorry. I will do better, I have to do better." After this, they were both fired, and Faith revealed, "I feel so vindicated studios and production are able to see the blatant racism and make these positive changes to help fight forward." And at number 1 we have Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen's career-ending interview was easily the one with Dakota Johnson. Dakota is not one to back down from a fight, and she proved that when she waged a bit of a war on The Ellen Show. In November 2019, Dakota made an appearance on the show to promote her new movies, but it soon went viral for just how cringeworthy the whole thing really was. Dakota was accused by Ellen for not inviting her to her 30th birthday party, but Dakota fought back and said, "Actually no, Ellen, you were invited." Going on to say, "Last time I was on your show last year, you gave me a bunch of S about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited. I didn't even know you liked me." From there, it really gets more uncomfortable. So when Ellen announced her retirement from the show, many viewers speculated it could have all begun with this very interview. But as this interview started gaining more and more views, it opened up the door for more allegations against Ellen for just not being the greatest person. Reportedly, the allegations against the workplace environment on the set of her show is really what lost her viewers. The allegations included intimidation, bullying, and misconduct. This ended up causing an internal investigation and eventually led to the end of her show. When speaking to The Hollywood Reporter about the ending of her show, she said, "When you're a creative person, you constantly need to be challenged. And as great as this show is, and as fun as it is, it's just not a challenge anymore." Regardless of what Ellen says, many believes it was the interview with Dakota that was really the nail in the coffin. With one fan tweeting, "Ellen trying to convince us that her show is ending because of a lack of creativity, when we all know it was Dakota Johnson who really ended it." Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Let us know in the comments below what you think of these celebs being cancelled, and we'll see you in the next one.